Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Matthew for StopDropGame, and today we're continuing the Let's Play for Turmoil. This is episode 5. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, the links will be down in the doobly-doo. There's also a playlist set up for it, so you can watch everything from start to finish. But go and check those out first, because that explains a lot of the fundamentals of the gameplay, and just lets you know what's going on. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Helps me out to get more videos out to you guys, and it helps other people who haven't seen the channel to see those videos. So much appreciated if you can do that. You can also hit me up on Twitter. The link for my Twitter will be down in the doobly-doo, and I'll mention that again at the end of the episode. So we'll jump straight back in. So we've just finished a season where we made a decent amount of money. Let's have a look. No, it's not going to let me check my my most recent season, so that's a little bit annoying. I did want to show that to you guys, but that's right. We made about 39,000, close to 40,000, which worked out rather well for us. Now, this is what I was talking about. Previous episode with diamonds, I also found a diamond. Now, I can sell the diamond. At the moment, it's only going to sell for 900, so that's not even worth my my time and effort. But I can also use it during a mining season to actually extend the time frame that I play for, which can be really helpful if you're trying to get that last bit of oil out of the ground and get those bonuses. So we're going to jump in and start with the land auction. So now I went down here in the last auction, and that's where I got the diamond from. That's really what I was hoping to manage to do, and I did, so that went well. Okay, now I've got to make a decision. Do I want to head down here? So up here, it's got a fairly solid buffer of 40s around it. So I'm going to go here, and we'll see how that plays out. So they're all trying to outbid each other. Yep, so I'm going to go up to 4,000. So we'll see where he goes. Okay, so he's giving it to me, so I'm pretty okay with that. I tend to make a decent sum of money off these anyway. So the next thing that we need to go to is the stock auction. So it's for 2 shares. Like I mentioned last episode, I tend to try and stick to sort of 3,000 per share. So if it's 1, I do 3,000. If it's 2, I do 6,000. That being said, Blanche did sneak in there in the last one and bought it for just a little over 10,000. So, but we'll see how it goes at this stage. Slowly ticking down. We've all got money to burn, so it might be bought at say about 7 or 8. There we go. So I'm pretty okay with that cost. That's kept it fairly low for me. Ah. I thought I got it. Daisy got it. Damn. Oh well, that's right. That's okay. There'll be plenty of shares that come along after, so we'll be able to get on top of that. Now, next thing I'm going to do is check out the saloon and see if anyone's offering. Okay, so Ono is offering to keep the price above $1 for Right Ink for close to $8,000. So I'm definitely going to buy that. That's going to be a huge benefit to me. And I'm also going to, now do I want to increase the speed of the herd? Yeah, I reckon I will. Just to help prevent me from having those spillages, which I did have previously. I'm also going to increase the speed of the moles, so they'll actually dig through the ground quicker. It'll just let me know where the oil is in the ground a little bit quicker than last time. Moles will dig faster, and I can upgrade wagons twice now. One will be for their size, the other one will be for their speed. So that'll make my life a little bit easier. So we'll chuck down some of these dowsers, chuck down some moles as well, and we'll get them powering through. Okay, so we've got one down here, one over here, got one there, got another one there. So we've got a few decent ones popping up over the place. So I'm going to start with this one here, nice and central, and we'll dig down to over there. So we'll whack down a wagon, and I already set it up for Right Ink. I'm not going to bother about... of course we did. I'm not going to bother borrowing without buying any silos this round, purely because Right Ink is never going to go under $1, so I'm never going to stop selling oil. It just depends on whether I'm going to be selling it to left or right. So we'll get some more of these wagons out to get this oil moving as quickly as we can. Avoid some of that spillage. And I really want to get some more wagons down as quickly as possible. Really focus on increasing my income. Okay. So again, this is going to stay over $1 for the entire season because I bought that that upgrade from the guy at the saloon, or I basically bribed him to keep it above that price. So I'm going to chuck down a second rig here. I'm also going to increase the size of the wagons, just so that we can get as much of this oil out of the ground as possible. Okay, so that one's actually dried up. It's okay. We'll branch off to the left over there. And we'll upgrade both of those. Try and focus on getting this oil out of the ground a bit quicker and getting some more money. I'm going to send down some more moles, and I'm going to set up another rig over here. Now this guy's still waving about, so there's probably some oil located down around here somewhere, I dare say. But for now we're going to pull out the oil from where we know, and we'll also increase the speed of our wagons while we've got the money to do it, so that we can get these upgrades going. Really focus on getting all that oil out of the ground. So this one here actually looks like it's pretty big, so I'm going to bring this all the way over here. Yeah, so that's a fairly decent sized one, so we're going to upgrade these as well. Really focus on getting that oil out of the ground as soon as possible. Going to just drop an absolute ton of moles so that we can really open up some of these areas. Try and stumble upon where this oil is being kept. Now that one's died out, so we'll add that to there. And we'll upgrade that as well. Okay, so that's going to there, but I've hit my limit for that. So that's okay, we'll drag that off there. This one can come down over here as well. So it looks like we've got one going over there. Now I'm actually going to connect these up purely because, wow, this was actually a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. So I'm just connecting those up, so now this one can dig through oil as well. It just makes life a little bit easier. So, now it doesn't look like I've found much more oil, so okay, it looks like there's some down over here somewhere, so we'll chuck down a few more moles to see if we can root it out and see where it is. So it might possibly be in here somewhere, so we'll actually extend out this way. Here we are. So it's a tiny little one there, but that's alright. We'll chuck down a few more dowsers as well. And again, see what we can sort of dig out, see what we can find. Okay, so that's gone dry as well. So we're in November at the moment. We're still digging out a little bit of oil, but most of it seems we've gotten out of the ground so far. So the dowser, he doesn't look like he's found anything. He looks like he's going to bail off to the right hand side. Yeah, so it looks like we've found all the oil, and it looks like we've gotten it out of the ground as well. So now they've sold it all, we're going to stop the level. So we didn't do too badly with that. So we had a little bit of interest because of the loan that I took. Where is it? Yeah, because of the loan that I took to begin with. when I ran out of money. So hasn't hurt us too badly though. I mean, it's covered by the bonuses that we've got. Still made 31,000, so it's a decent profit. I'm still pretty pleased with that. So, and as you can see, you know, we're doing well and truly better than everybody else as far as our upgrades, which is allowing us to get more money out of the ground. So we're going to go and check out the land auction. So again, did a fairly decent area there. So it looks like down here is going to be quite stark and barren. That's okay. We'll keep moving up this way until we get these filled out. So I'm going to steal that again from Blanche. Not from Blanche, from Daisy. So, okay, again, 4,000. Fairly happy with that. So these guys have decided to spend some money on the upgrades. So that's fine. Daisy hasn't. So she's going to be the real risk as far as the auction. But look, for 1% in the auction, I'm not even really going to bother with that. I mean, later on in the game, there's going to be auctions for 5, 6, 7, 8% worth of shares. Unless it drops under 3,000, then I might have a look. But actually, yeah, we'll get that. So again, it dropped down less than 3,000, so I was happy to go with that. So now we'll have a look at these again. Anyone offering? So won't drop below 94, so that's good for me. I'll spend the entire month just continuously selling oil. Okay. Now I could get one of these upgrades, but it would leave me with less money than I need to start, and it hasn't really it's not really going to impact me too much if I don't get the upgrade just yet. So that's fine. We'll go through and we'll start. So check down our dowsers and our moles, and we'll get them working away. Okay, so we've got a couple that are over here. We've got 3 that are over here. Okay, so all 4 seem to be over here at the moment. So now again, I'm going to spend the entire season selling, just because it's not going to drop down below 94 cents. So that's going to be perfectly fine for me. That'll work well with me trying to sell as much oil and get as much profit as possible. Now there's a node that's down in there as well, so that'll be for this guy. So what we'll do is when we get enough money, we'll branch this off. Okay, so these are swapped over, so we'll start selling a right ink, and it's a bit closer for us as well. So going to drop down a few more moles. Okay, so we've got some oil right down there and some right down there. So there's still a few nodes floating around now. There's quite a decent amount of rock floating around as well. So I'm going to upgrade this and get them selling that oil. Okay, left ink has gone up above right ink, so we'll swap that back. Get these upgraded as well, because I know I'm going to branch off of both of these and focus on getting more oil. So we'll branch that off to there. So that's empty now, so we'll branch that off, and that can go down to there. So this should actually cover all the dowsers that I had out, plus I actually found another one. So we'll upgrade these as well. So I'm going to chuck down some more dowsers over this way. Hopefully we can find some more oil, because it'd be a pretty pitiful level if that's all we found. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, okay, 3. Okay, so there's still some decent oil floating around. So we'll chuck down another rig around here somewhere. Just wait and see what these guys open up. So there's a little bit of oil down here. Now he's indicating that there's some oil around here somewhere as well. Possibly in there, possibly further down. I don't know, we'll find out. So there's some oil down there as well. So I'm going to chuck a rig there and see if we can't expose some more of this. So it's been a fairly slow season for me getting off the ground to begin with, actually. So, okay, we found some more oil down there, so that's fine. We're actually going to chuck down another rig here, but we're going to join these up, so that way they'll all be able to dig through. Now this looks like it's fairly large. Wow, that's a pretty solid rig, that pretty solid patch of oil there. So we're instantly going to upgrade that. And I stopped paying attention to the prices. And we'll increase the speed of that. Okay, so we've got all those now undefined. So it must be because it's too short a gap. But that's okay. I'll bring this down here and then branch it off over there. And we'll get this down here as well. So that looks like it's a fairly small one. And it looks like there's another one further down. So I really want to try and upgrade these and get as much of this oil out of the ground as I can. Basically upgrade all these pipes as soon as possible so I can really focus on getting all this oil out, because I am starting to run out of time. I'm going to chuck down a couple more dowsers, see if they can find any more oil. Swap back over to the right hand side. So hopefully I can get the money that I need out of the ground so that we can get the upgrades that we need. Okay, so it looks like the dowsers didn't find anything, and we've actually sold all the oil, so the guys have stopped walking back and forth. So we're actually going to sell early. Yeah, so we managed to get all the oil out of the ground, and yeah, we made an okay profit. So 30,000's all right. So it has given me close to 50,000. So now we'll jump back to the land auction. Yeah, so I did quite okay with that. So you can see down here some of the other guys didn't do so well. So I'm still gonna stay up in this area, try and get one of these. That would be the ideal one for me, but we'll see how expensive it does become. If it gets too expensive, I'll leave it to one of the other people, and I might take this one down here. So I might try that. Yep, so I'm going to come down here. So they can spend more money on there. That's fine by me. Okay. Now we'll go to the stock auction. So again, this is for one share, so I'm really only going to look at around 3,000. Anything higher than that, and I'm really not willing to buy it. Did try and click, but Daisy beat me to it, so that's okay. Okay, let's have a look at what's available in the bar. 69 cents. Yeah, I'm not really willing to purchase for that, but that's okay. Let's have a look at what our options are as far as upgrades. So now what we can do here is we've got enough money to buy the scanner, which is actually a really valuable tool when you are searching around for oil that you know is in the ground but you're not 100% sure. So I'm going to buy that, and that'll really let us hone in on where some of these oil reserves are, and you can see exactly how big they are. So now he's gonna get me to test it so I understand how it works. So just waste some of my money to begin with because he's a bit of a dick. Okay, so we'll again chuck down the standard stuff that we do. Okay, so they've all found oil. There's one down over here. These ones haven't been found, so... But what I'm going to do now is use this, and it opens everything up just like that, and just sort of shows me what's going on. So that's fine. It's actually going to be closer to that one, so... Oh. And of course, Right Ink decides to sell at a higher price than Left Ink. That's okay. Now we'll need to buy some silos at some point, which will be now, because those prices are going down. So hopefully they will rise up again. But for now, it looks like... Okay, looks like Right Ink is on the way back up again, so that's fine. So once it gets up close enough to 90, I'll start selling again. It's dropping down. Actually, I'm going to need a little bit of money, so I'll try and sneak some sales in there. Okay, that's right. Because that's just gone barren. So, okay, we've got a reasonable sized one here. I'm going to try and dig down and actually dig around this rock. Okay, that's not going to happen. Okay, that's right. We've got oil that we can sell there, so hopefully that'll get us above what we need. So I can just dig straight through it. So, and we'll upgrade these. Start selling this off to actually swap over to Right Ink because they've got more going, and I really want to try and start to get more oil out of the ground. You know, we're halfway through the year and I've only tapped into two sets of oil, so let's dig a little bit deeper, see what we can find. Hopefully these guys will unearth some decent stuff. So, okay, so there's one there, one there. There's still one floating around here somewhere. So, now we'll swap these guys back. I can dig through till there. I'm gonna see if I can't uncover where this oil is. Okay, so it looks like I've found those bits of oil, so I'm gonna upgrade these because I'm gonna have quite a bit of oil going through those. That can actually come over to there as well. And we'll upgrade that. Oh, selling at too cheap a price. Okay, so we'll get that going over there. We'll start with that coming down to there, so that way we can try and get that out. Now he's disappeared, so I'm going to chuck down a couple more dowsers. Chuck that down as well. So apparently we found even more oil down this way. I'm not 100% sure where it's going to be. so it's down in there. So that's alright. That's to be expected. So apparently we've got oil down over this way as well. So let's see what we can open up and find. Okay, so we'll dig that down to there. So that's run dry now. So I'm going to chuck down one more dowser. Now I dare say I'm actually going to run out of time to collect all this oil. But we're going to try and get as much out of the ground as possible. Okay, so that one's just run dry. So has that one. Doesn't look like the dowser is going to find anything, so I might actually end up getting all this out of the ground. Unfortunately, it's selling at a really low price, but there's not a lot I can do about that for now. So that's going back up. Okay, so I managed to find them all. There was a little bit of a lower month, but I got all the oil out of the ground and I sold it all, so that's okay. We did alright as far as that. Still made a profit about 21,000, so we're okay as far as that. So we'll go to land auction. Actually, I'll gonna end this episode here. It's been going for about half an hour. So basically, you know, we're in a fairly steady position against everybody else. I really do need to focus on getting some more stocks under my belt. You know, when we come back, we might just take Kyle up on this 85-cent offer. We'll have to see how it goes, but we'll definitely be able to come back and do one or two things in regards to the options that we have as far as buying upgrades. Now you can see here that the diamond that I've got, they're willing to buy for 3,400. The last time I checked, it was only at 900. So the diamonds themselves do vary in cost or vary in pricing as far as how much you'll get offered for them. It's completely random as far as I know. But that's generally not the best way to use the diamonds. The better way to use the diamonds is to extend your season so that you can mine for a little bit longer, particularly if you do have a decent amount of oil still in the ground that you want to get out. So, but I'm going to end the episode here, guys. So don't forget to subscribe and like the video. You know, share it on your Facebook and Twitter and that kind of stuff. Really helps me out, gets some more exposure out there. So it'd be doing me a huge favor. You can also hit me up on my Twitter. The link will be down in the doobly-doo. It's just @AZegisWolf. So that's my gamer tag. But you can feel free to hit me up on there if there's anything that you do want to see me play through, or anything that you want to have a look at. And I am planning on holding competitions in the future and different bits and pieces once the channel does get more subscribers to it. But there'll be more on that in the future. But until that time, I've been Matthew for StopDropGame, and peace out, guys.